Hey everyone, welcome to the Vincent Morel channel. Today I'm going to walk you through all the tools in Adobe Illustrator. I hope you find this lesson helpful. Make sure to practice and try everything yourself. The selection tool, Hotkey V, is one of the most basic and frequently used tools. It lets you select, move, scale, rotate, and perform other actions with objects on your workspace. The direct selection, Hotkey A, allows you to select and edit individual nodes, segments, and paths of objects, including elements within groups, for precise shape adjustments. The magic wand, Hotkey Y, lets you select objects with similar attributes with a single click. The Lasso, Hotkey Q, lets you select objects or nodes by drawing a freehand line around them. The pen tool, Hotkey P, is used to create and edit vector paths by adding nodes or curves. The Add Anchor Point, Hotkey Plus, adds new nodes to an existing vector path to increase detail or modify its shape. The Delete Anchor Point, Hotkey Minus, removes nodes from a vector path, simplifying the shape without breaking the line. The Anchor Point, Hotkey Shift C, changes the type of nodes to adjust the shape of vector paths. The Curvature, Hotkey Shift plus tilde, lets you draw and edit vector paths with a focus on creating smooth curves without manually adjusting handles. The Type tool, Hotkey T, is used to add and edit text in your document. Area Type creates an editable text block of a specific size for placing paragraphs or long text. The Type on a Path tool allows you to place text along a vector path or curve. The Vertical Type tool creates vertically oriented text with letters stacked one below the other. The Vertical Area Type creates a vertical text block of a specific size for placing text with lines arranged vertically. Vertical Type on a Path places vertically oriented text along a vector path or curve. The Touch Type allows you to edit individual letters of text without converting the text to outlines. The Line Segment tool, Hotkey / creates straight lines for basic design elements. The Arc tool creates arc-shaped segments for drawing arches or curves. The Spiral tool creates spiral shapes for decorative elements. The Rectangular Grid tool creates a rectangular grid of lines for building tables or patterns. Polar Grid tool creates a circular grid with radial lines. Rectangle tool, Hotkey M, draws rectangles and squares. Rounded rectangle draws rectangles with rounded corners. Ellipse, Hotkey L, draws ellipses and circles. Polygon draws polygons with a set number of sides. Star tool draws stars with a set number of points. Flare tool creates a lens flare effect with light reflections. Paintbrush, Hotkey B, draws freehand lines with the selected brush. Blob Brush, Hotkey Shift B, draws filled areas that merge with other shapes. Shaper tool, Hotkey Shift N, draws freehand shapes and converts them into precise forms. Pencil tool, Hotkey N, draws freehand open and close paths. Smooth tool makes lines smoother by reducing bumps and sharp angles. Path Eraser tool erases parts of a path, splitting it into sections. Join tool joins broken paths with a smooth line. Eraser tool, Hotkey Shift E, erases parts of an object or path. Scissors tool, Hotkey C, cuts a path or object at a selected point. Knife tool slices objects into pieces with a freehand line. Rotate tool, Hotkey R, rotates an object around a set point. Reflect tool, Hotkey O, flips an object across an axis. Scale tool, Hotkey S, resizes an object, either maintaining or distorting proportions. Shear tool distorts an object by skewing it along a selected axis. Reshape tool modifies the shape of a path by moving anchor points and segments. Width tool, Hotkey Shift W, modifies the width of a path at different points. Warp tool, Hotkey Shift R, distorts objects by pushing or pulling parts of them. Twirl tool rotates and distorts parts of an object in a circular motion. Pucker tool pulls the center of an object inward, shrinking it. Bloat tool pushes the center of an object outward. increasing its size. Scallop tool creates scalloped edges on objects. Crystallize tool makes the edges of objects jagged, creating a crystalline effect. Wrinkle tool creates a wrinkled texture on an object. Free transform tool, hotkey E, resizes, rotates, skews, or distorts an object. Shape builder tool, hotkey Shift M, combines or subtracts parts of objects to create new shapes. Live paint bucket, hotkey K, fills areas of an object with color using live paint. Live paint selection, hotkey Shift L, selects areas within a live paint group for editing. Perspective grid tool, hotkey Shift P, displays a grid to help create objects in perspective. Perspective selection tool, hotkey Shift V, selects and moves objects while maintaining perspective. Mesh tool, hotkey U, creates a mesh inside objects to control gradients and colors at different points. Gradient tool, hotkey G, controls the direction and appearance of gradients on an object. Eyedropper, hotkey I, copies color or style from one object and applies it to another. Measure tool measures the distance and angle between 2 points on an object. Blend tool, hotkey W, creates a smooth transition between 2 objects or colors. Symbol sprayer tool, hotkey Shift S, sprays symbols across the workspace. Symbol shifter tool moves individual symbols placed by the symbol sprayer tool. Symbol scruncher tool compresses symbols to reduce their density. Symbol sizer tool adjusts the size of symbols sprayed across the workspace. Symbol spinner tool rotates symbols around their center point. Symbol stainer tool changes the color of symbols. Symbol screener tool adjusts the opacity of symbols. Symbol styler tool applies styles to symbols, including effects like shadows or strokes. Column graph tool, hotkey J, creates column charts to display data. Stack column graph tool creates a column chart where each column is divided into segments, showing components of the total. Bar graph tool creates bar charts with horizontal bars. Stacked bar graph tool creates a bar chart where horizontal bars are divided into segments, showing components of the total. Line graph tool creates line charts connecting data points with lines. Area graph tool creates area charts with shaded regions beneath lines. Scatter graph tool creates scatter plots displaying data as points. Pie graph tool creates a pie chart displaying data as slices of a whole. Radar graph tool creates radar charts with radial axes to display data. Artboard tool, hotkey Shift O, allows you to adjust the size and position of artboards in a document. Slice tool, hotkey Shift K, divides an object or workspace into separate slices for export or web design. Slice selection tool allows you to select and edit slices. Hand, hotkey H, moves the workspace around without changing the zoom level. Rotate view tool, hotkey Shift H, rotates the workspace to change the view angle without altering the object's orientation. Print tiling tool divides an image into sections for printing across multiple sheets of paper. Zoom tool, hotkey Z, allows you to zoom in or out on the workspace.